give you all these 15 strategies broken down. I have no problem sharing with you, and if you need help implementing them, I will be more than happy to send you a video on how to implement all 15. All right, so we're going to go through it. Everyone ready? Okay, I'm going to do a little speed racing here. I'll take questions at the end. All right, everyone set? Anyone need any Red Bull? Okay, let's go. Okay. All right, campaigns need to do 5 things. Okay, technology has emerged to help us raise money, build infrastructure, manage communications, promote awareness, and buy promotional products. If you don't understand these 5 fundamentals, look at them, write them down, and know them. Technology has to be applied into these 5 areas. This little circle took me about 5 years to figure out. Okay? I said, if you don't know how to do the money, you can't build the infrastructure. You need the computers, you need the website, you need all those fundamentals. You need the Blackberries, you need all these things. Managing communications, you need an email address, right? You need to be able to have a phone number, an 800 number, a fax number, all of these things. Promoting awareness. How do we promote awareness? We need to buy TV spots, send out emails. We need voter email data. We need the ability to go ahead and blast fast. We need to be able to do robo phone calls. And then promotional products. We need yard signs, bumper stickers. We need all these things, right? T-shirts, etc. Technology has the ability to impact all these 5 things in a campaign. So I have gone ahead and said, listen, what do we need to do to win every single day? So what I said was, let's start from the beginning. What is the most important thing? And then what I did was I kept on making a list, and a list, and a list, and I found out there were about 54 things. And I found out there are 54 behaviors that every campaign needs to do, and if they do these 54 behaviors, they'll actually win. So I'm going to talk to you today about just the first one, raising money. They don't give me enough time. So, all right, next slide. This is very important. People say, Ravi, does this just apply to candidates? Or does this apply to PACs, organizations, NGOs, unions, organizations? Where does blogging fit involved? What's this term called e-leaders? What does all this stuff mean? Okay? Follow me for about 15 seconds, and I'm going to explain to you the actors in the campaign. All right, here we go. Ready, everyone? Here's a candidate. Candidate means voters. Voters are translated into donors and volunteers. Volunteers, we have your traditional volunteers that form like basically field ops, people who form coalitions. There are new volunteers that have emerged, bloggers, e-leaders, and coalitions. Okay? These voters are also become donors. Donors, you can raise money online as well as offline. Offline are your chicken dinners, barbecues, golf outings, etc. But here, voters are also being attacked by organizations, unions, political parties, PACs, and trade associations. These people also are attracting voters. But what's interesting is the candidates, in order to run a campaign, they need a manager, they need staff, they usually have a chairman, and then they have all these other actors if they're really, really rich. And then we have the emergence of the new actor, which is the webmaster, right? Some young guy, Johnny, who's sitting at the table and supposed to know all this stuff, right? Who has no clue, has never run a campaign before, and all of a sudden he's like the most important person in the campaign, right? Okay? And then we have also these vendors out there, great vendors out there, by the way. I know all of them, excellent. Then you also have the media and all that stuff. So here, real quickly, are all the actors in a campaign. All of these actors need technology. So if you don't have a strategy that impacts the candidate, like giving them internet briefs, if you don't have a strategy on how many emails you will send a voter, if you don't have an email list of all the political parties and associations and precinct captains, if you don't have a strategy for online donors as well as people who are 65 years and older and still are not using computers, right? You're laughing, it's true. And then you have the bloggers. If you don't have a strategy for that, you have to have a strategy for the traditional guy who still says, we're going to win by a yard sign. We just need those yard signs out there. If we have yard signs out there, we will win. We don't need a website, right? How many of you know those people, right? Thank you. All right, okay. I still yet to meet someone who won just by yard signs. All right, so this is crucial. Good? Everyone? Strategy number 1, number uno. Online fundraising page. Okay? We're going to talk about the components of what actually go into a fundraising page. 2 years ago, and even the last year, I actually spent an entire session just explaining this one page. Now today I'm going to actually do one slide and move on, because everyone knows that you have to have an online contribution page. If you're going to run a campaign, you have to have a secure page on an SSL. It has to be completely branded. By the love of God, do not unbrand your page, do not link it to a third-party site, because behaviors show that PayPal and all these other things do not work. People are on, they don't feel comfortable. It's like doing black and white direct mail. Okay? How many of us would do black and white direct mail? No way. We do 4-color direct mail. So, first thing that I talked about, right, is that you have to have the proper infrastructure. Have the infrastructure. Second, make sure you have the communication. Third, you have the organization. Then fourth, you can do strategy. I'll talk about these 4 as we go along. Second, section A, information that needs to be collected. B, the amounts. These amounts differ. We are in the United States. We have credit card verification. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover. Do not think that you just need 2 credit cards, okay? There are a lot of rich people out there who like to get by Amex and Discover. All right. D, employment information, compliance. There are 3 components that go into a contribution page. 1, compliance. 2, eligibility. 3, disclaimers. Okay? The difference between these are basically you have to. Obama has federal PAC. Okay? There is also something called matching funds. Does everyone know that he did not take matching funds? Did he take matching funds? Huh? Does anyone know what the limits are, the laws, etc.? There are so many laws that in the United States, 36 secretaries of state actually impact the elections in the United States. And they have different laws, and within the counties there's different laws, and within those counties, even local races, in the cities there's different laws. Trust me, I've been studying this stuff for 8 years, and it's mind-boggling. I know why HAVA came about with the Help America Vote Act in 2000. Now, eligibility. In New Jersey, for example, if you're running for Attorney General, you cannot take money from, I think, lawyers, some abstract thing. So eligibility requirements differ. Do not think you can just cut and paste eligibility requirements for someone else's page. Okay, so these are the fundamentals of a page. Next slide. Obama. I just took a screenshot from Obama's site. Here's all his information, right? Look at the amounts he's taking. $15, right? Low amount of contributions. He is compliant with the system. $2,300 according to the FTC, that's all he can take per individual, right? We know that, right? Okay? Credit card information, okay? Legal compliance, employment, okay? All this information. Next slide. So what has happened is Obama saying, listen, here's my contribution page, but let me also speak to you, okay? I'm not going to speak at you, I'm going to speak to you. And what he says, he puts a web video here. Why can we do this now? It's because of broadband. Before we could not do this. 2 years ago, a lot of people could not see these videos. But guess what? If you're in a dial-up, programmatically, they've also now defaulted where it actually does not show the video. Special little coding, special sauce. Just like Don people are very important. Okay? They understand that. So this video now plays. Okay? And what is this video? All about convincing you to give him money. This is strategy number 1. Just come to my website and donate to me. Okay? Donate now, contribute now, whatever button you want to put on it, that's what it is. Okay? Fundamental number 1. Everyone good? Okay, next slide. Number 2, on the page itself, do not expect to just thank them afterwards. Thank them on the page. Obama is doing something right. He's not just taking the money on the page, he's thanking them before they give. Amy Lynn, you've been doing fundraising for 12 years, right? All right, 6 years. But isn't it important to thank all your donors? Very important to thank your donors. If you don't thank them, guess what? You won't get more money. If you have a set of donors, the donor behavior is that once you get money, you have to keep on thanking them so you can max them out. The goal with every donor is to get them to give you $2,300. Number 2, second section here on this thing is security. Very, very important. You're going to start seeing these little things here. These are called auth codes or access codes. There's all kinds of tech terms for them. All right. Also, email receipts. Okay? By law, it's very important that when you start collecting money, you actually send an email. Guess what everyone does? Thank you for your contribution, really appreciate it. No, what does Obama say? Thank you for investing in my campaign, and send this to 3 more of your friends. Whew! He's taken the contribution page and created what? Viral marketing. He says, now that you've invested in giving me money, go get your other friends to also do the same. Give me your name and email addresses. Today, he has over 800,000 donor email database, right? About 1.2 to 1.3 on his social networking site. Okay? These are all estimates still. Okay? He has raised over $4